Good evening, everyone. Welcome, a warm welcome to Anfield for a return of the Premier League for the international break. And what a match we have to bring to you after that. The biggest match in the English game and probably the most anticipated domestic fixture of the season, at least until the reverse one comes around. Today, Liverpool host Manchester United. Well, thanks to the most recent patch of the game, we actually have some new Premier League overlays to bring you tonight as well, so it's a momentous occasion for many reasons. But this matchup is the main story today. The matchup filled with the most pride and passion for both sets of fans and both sets of players. There's the Premier League table. Spurs running away with a surprise lead, a point ahead of Manchester United, and a fast-starting Middlesbrough. Manchester United among the unbeaten Premier League team, along with Spurs and Middlesbrough as well, all unbeaten teams. For Liverpool, it's Luis Carreras who starts in goal with Klein, Cloveland, Lovren and Romero. It's William Carvalho with Kevin Stewart and Lucas Lillier. Daniel Sturridge is up there with two wingers by his side. I wasn't unfortunately unable to catch them. I will have to get used to the new speed of this. Starting for Manchester United tonight, Jose Mourinho hands out David De Gea in goal with Nelson Semedo, Baye, Gerard Piqué and Luke Shaw. It's Herrera, Mata and Pogba at the midfield, with Memphis, Martial and Lingard the front three. So, two players to watch today. Christian Eriksen, who signed from Spurs for Liverpool, and Juan Mata on the Manchester United side. One who's been under transfer speculation still, even now the transfer window is closed. Means that he's feeling a bit threatened by his position, and who could blame him? It was Jose Mourinho who sold Juan Mata from Chelsea to Manchester United during his time there, but Mata's been in a real resurgence of form himself since Jose come over, so I think those feelings of threatenness that has been reported could be a bunch of untruthful reports per se. Well, what you're seeing on the screen right now is the patch notes released for the game, and that actually gives us these new Marcus Premier League overlays. There's Lucas already, and he's cut out by Gerard Piqué just in the nick of time. Manchester United, Spurs and Middlesbrough, like we said, the three unbeaten teams in the Premier League at the top of the table. Spurs not even dropping any points, Manchester United just dropping the one or two. And Liverpool's season hasn't started so spectacularly, but Liverpool, a lot of people in the pundit side of things have been saying that Liverpool do have the better side in terms of passing dynamics, but Manchester United obviously have the money spent. But it's working for Manchester United, but they still sit a point behind Spurs in the table as of the moment. Spurs, the runaway leaders in everything. It's quite unusual how Spurs are coming out of the blocks like that, although let's not forget, Spurs actually did perform very well last season as well. And here's Kevin Stewart, who's going all the way, and he's gathered up by De Gea. It's almost like Kevin Stewart got there and then didn't really know what to do when he got there. Manchester United having a few injuries to deal with as well. Henry Mkhitaryan and Aaron Henwood are on the injury list now, both with sprained ankles. Along with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who is still a couple of weeks or so from his return. Manchester United have found it pretty simple without him, although the problem for Manchester United has been the leaking of goals. As Daniel Sturridge tries to add to that. Here's Memphis crossing to Jesse Lingard. Oh my word! Jesse Lingard is far wide here. He didn't really know what to do when he got there, did he? I think he was trying to chip the keeper. He saw Cornelius coming out and decided to chip him, and it fell very wide for him there. Maybe Jose will be having words. That was a clear-cut opportunity, really. Yeah. It's strange how that's happening. Oh, Memphis, it's beautiful. Unfortunately, he's stopped by Klein, but Memphis is just playing absolutely wonderfully at the moment. Manchester United, it's finally going right for Memphis to play, and I'm happy to announce that. Actually, I'm a huge fan of Memphis. I think he was really just unfairly dropped for some reason. Well, it's fallen to Paul Pogba. He's put it in. Manchester United have the lead, and Paul Pogba did brilliantly to bring it down. Manchester United have the lead, and once again Memphis is at the forefront here. But look at this from Pogba. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliantly brought down on the turn and puts it past the keeper. It is all the sensational work of Paul Pogba, and Manchester United are ahead. Johan Klopp is furious. His team hasn't had a lot of chances, but neither is United's. But Paul Pogba made that all his own. The cross in Memphis was met by a Liverpool defender, and it came to Pogba, and he literally did the rest. Fantastic stuff. Manchester United ahead in the big one. Liverpool 0, United 1. Paul Pogba, sensational. And there's the end of the first half. Manchester United have the lead. Thanks to some sensational work in the box from Paul Pogba from a Memphis cleared cross. Pogba did the rest to put it in the corner superbly. Nothing the Liverpool keeper could do about it. Paul Pogba is there again, isn't he? And £83.5 million look to be very well spent. Liverpool 0, United 1 at the break. Welcome to the second half here at Anfield. We're just about to kick off. We do have a substitution to bring to you. It's Jesse Lingard coming off for Marcus Rashford for the second half. And completely understand why Jose has done that. Marcus Rashford is just on the biggest surge of form I've ever seen. And that kid is just looking superb. Jesse Lingard had a tough first half, to be honest. And I think that's why Jose has seen it to substitute him in the second half, bringing on Rashford. Looks like Martial is going to drift to the left and Memphis is going to go to the right. So it'll be interesting to see how Memphis does there. Interception from Paul Pogba. Let's see if Jose parks the bus on this one to nick a phrase. He's certainly shown no signs of it in his Manchester United career thus far, Jose Mourinho. He's all about goals and pretty play. Here's Carvalho and here's Sturridge all on his own. Gets ahead of PK. Oh my word. Daniel Sturridge. That is poor. It looked poor from here. Oh, the ball just lifts. And Daniel Sturridge, man of his caliber, should be doing much better from there. Well, next for Manchester United will be Celta Vigo in the Europa League. And then Chelsea in the Premier League following that. There's Pogba. He's going to play a ball into Rashford. Marcus Rashford's going to try the spectacular. Marcus Rashford makes it 2-0. Oh my goodness me. Marcus Rashford went with a spectacular and it paid off in abundance. Beautiful pass here from Pogba. Liverpool nowhere and Marcus Rashford, what a strike. There is nothing this kid can do or can't do, and he's put it in off the post. Absolutely sensational yet again. We are running out of praise for this kid at the moment. Marcus Rashford now shows his long shot credentials, and that is 4 goals in the league this season already. Marcus Rashford makes it Liverpool 0, Manchester United 2. It's looking like a stroll here for them. Clearance from Mata. Manchester United just in such form, and you can tell the way they're playing. It's just sensational. They're so happy to be on the ball and doing all the work and just enjoying themselves. They're playing with a method of enjoyment we haven't seen for 2 or 3 seasons now. And there was always these rumblings about how Louis van Gaal made the players just cramp down and not really been able to express themselves. But under Jose Mourinho, another manager who's known for parking the bus, Manchester United are just able to do what they want. Herrera into Rashford. It's 3-0. And it is an absolute stroll. And it is Marcus Rashford again. Well, Manchester United, sensational cross from Herrera. Marcus Rashford hits a volley that time. This kid's unstoppable. Marcus Rashford again. I'm running out of words. I'm literally running out of words. He's made it 3-0. That's something we can say. 5th goal in the league. And I'll tell you something, if he carries on at this pace, he could reach 30 in no time, because Marcus Rashford is scoring from everything at the moment. Liverpool is deaf silent. You can hear a pin drop. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 3. And there could be more goals yet, because Manchester United, like we were just saying, there's such an expression about the team that they weren't even be able to, and they've been able to show under Louis van Gaal, because he was a very defensive-minded coach, to say the least. And here come Liverpool. Sadio Mane straight to here. You have to feel that Jose's decision to put Marcus Rashford on for Lingard was an inspired decision, but yet an obvious one. Here's Rashford again. So confident. Just an air of confidence about Marcus Rashford. He'll try anything and everything, and it just looks spectacular when he does. I'll tell you something. If there is the phrase "enjoying your football," and Marcus Rashford, if you looked up the phrase "enjoying your football," you'd see a picture of Marcus Rashford, because this kid must be loving it down there on the pitch. He's taken it all with his stride with the measure of the fixture tonight. He's come on with Jesse Lingard from the bench and has scored 2 goals. It's effortless. It's a foul against Carvalho or Memphis. Rashford, look at this passing. It is absolutely phenomenal. Memphis lays it back to Rashford. And you can understand why Memphis went for that pass, because everything that Marcus Rashford touches turns to goal. Although that'll probably be known as a slicer. But I don't think Marcus Rashford is really going to care that much, because he's a kid that's just enjoying everything he's doing at the moment. He's going to be now in a tussle with Martial, and he's going to lose. Martial, he really wanted that ball, you could tell. And here's Rashford. Oh, Rashford really chasing causes, even though it's 3-0. I think he's taken a lot of what Aaron Henwood used to do on board. He's unfortunately out with a sprained ankle for about a week or so. He would have loved this fixture. Aaron Henwood loves the big ones. He excels in them. Today, he's on the sidelines. He's there today, as he normally would be. Memphis, the fall to Rashford, and he's going to try something else. Sooner or later, Rashford's going to score again, you know. Oh, Memphis, this is beautiful, isn't it? Rashford is now slicing shots all over the place, but no one is going to care. I think Martial showing a bit too much care there, actually, to be fair, but anything Marcus Rashford has had 5, he's converted 2 of them. And Liverpool come forward, but only to be stopped by Luke Shaw, only momentarily, but that's the full-time whistle. And the Anfield crowd is not happy with their team's performance tonight, because their biggest rivals have come in and steamrolled over them. Manchester United a convincing win tonight, and certainly a big sign towards their title credentials. Marcus Rashford has made it all his own work once again tonight. There is nothing that kid can't do. Paul Pogba's sensational goal towards the end of the first half started a rout, and Marcus Rashford could win this title on his own. There's nothing that kid can't do. Manchester United have thumped Liverpool here. Liverpool 0, United 3. The other fixtures in the Premier League today: Arsenal have taken a convincing win at the Emirates by 2-0 against Swansea City. Bournemouth beaten by promoted side Hull City by 3-1. Chelsea have beaten the champions today. It's 1-0 today. Crystal Palace beating West Ham 2-0. Liverpool and Manchester United match is complete, with United's thumping at them by 3-0. And the Middlesbrough, who were one of the top form sides, have been actually beaten by Watford by 3-0. And there goes their unbeaten record. Southampton have beaten new side Burnley, and Stoke City have beaten Sunderland by 2-1. So let's see what that means for the Premier League table. Manchester United are table toppers, actually, by 2 points from Chelsea. Both of those teams are now the only unbeaten sides left in the league, as Spurs lost and they dropped to 3rd ahead of Arsenal. Hull City go into 5th with Middlesbrough 6th. It still looks really a topsy-turvy table, with Manchester City and Liverpool down in 15th and 16th. The champions have a healthy buffer in 11th place. The relegation zone is West Ham, Everton and Burnley who are now 8-0. And it's looking pretty dire down there for Burnley. Still 0 points after 8 games. Something is seriously wrong at Turf Moor at the moment. It's the final round of the first fixtures before we reverse them around. And today it's the Europa League. Manchester United against the other informed side of their group, Celta Vigo. Both teams have rather strolled past their opponents thus far. Now they have to face each other for the first time before the fixtures switch around in very similar fashion to the Champions League. Well, Manchester United, big scorers in their first 2 matches here, but they have the match against Chelsea coming up in the Premier League next, so Jose has gone for a rather conservative squad tonight, with the likes of Juan Mata leading the way for them. Starting for Jose tonight, Sergio Ramirez in goal with Darmian, Paul Tuanzebe and Joe Riley. The midfield is Schneiderlin with Fosu-Mensah and Juan Mata, Memphis and Lingard, either side of Marcus Rashford up front. The Vigo are a more known side than the other 2 teams in this group, and they have Sergio playing in goal, and it's a very similar formation and mindset when it comes to their manager. Celta Vigo, I believe, of La Liga. So this would be a very entertaining matchup between one of the top sides in Spain facing against the informed team in England right now. Joe Flack, the referee. Well, Manchester United well, for Manchester United, constant wins, but don't seem to be slowing down. Their win against Liverpool was all convincing at the Premier League last time out. 3-0, I believe it was. And Manchester United certainly not taking their foot off the gas a little bit with the Chelsea game in mind. A lot of their top players aren't on the team today. It's a great pass, and Fosu-Mensah already making a chance for Manchester United. A great pass, I believe it was from Juan Mata, who's been such in a vein of form, as has Marcus Rashford and Memphis Depay in particular. Fosu-Mensah almost getting his second Europa League goal of the season. I probably might stand corrected, actually. He might have scored in the FL Cup, actually. And Memphis trying to whip it back in, and you can see by his reaction what happened there. Well, Marcus Rashford and Amazalo are 2 players to watch today, but I think all eyes will be on Marcus Rashford. 2 goals in the last match for Rashford. He's just kind of falling short of the hat-trick at the moment, but he's going to get there sooner or later. And that's a poor clearance by the Celta Vigo defender straight to Manchester United. You do not want to give them chances like that with the form they're in at the moment. Again, given away by Celta Vigo really cheaply, as Zenit have conceded against Nice, or Nice actually. Wrong pronunciation there. Nice have scored and take the lead. Chance here for Celta Vigo. Immediately closed down by Axel Tuanzebe, who gets another start today. Surely have youth has always been a big thing at Old Trafford, and unusually Jose Mourinho is believing in it as much as they do, really. It's rightly deserved. The likes of Marcus Rashford on your team. Here he comes. And he's almost put it in the corner. It's everywhere, Marcus Rashford. Everywhere. Pulling shots all over the place. Keepers literally cower in fear over him at the moment. Here comes Mata. Crosses in towards Rashford. He didn't get all of it, but he still forced the save out of the keeper. He's trying everything, Rashford. Oh, if he'd hit that any sweeter, it would have gone into the corner. It's always a joy to see Marcus Rashford play, especially if you're a Manchester United fan. Memphis with the corner. And towards Fosu-Mensah. Here's Regan Poole with a shot. It's at the post. Regan Poole, where did that come from? Oh my. That's a good header back as well. Regan Poole out of absolutely nowhere. What a strike, son. Take a bow. Hit the post, but boy, was that a strike. Marta Darmian puts it in towards Memphis. Good save from the keeper. And a great strike from Memphis. What a strike. That is a great save from the keeper. Fantastically done. What a match we're having here. Onto the resulting corner in towards Rashford. Or Memphis rather. And I think it's going to be a goal kick. Well, this isn't a man for one matter. Why is that even a stat? He's had no shots. He doesn't need them. And it's a pretty superb stat, to be honest. I don't think it really means much when you think of one matter. You don't think of a goal conversion rate, really. The pass clears it. And we are at the end of the first half. Well, it's been no ball draw by any means. Plenty of chances for Manchester United. You have to give Celta Vigo all the credit for holding firm against a relentless Manchester United side that have played wonderful football in this first half. But as we've said so many times this season already, it's not a question of if Manchester United score. It's been more a case of when it will score, especially this season. But at the break, Manchester United 0, Celta Vigo 0. Memphis, great looking cross in towards Marcus Rashford. He's done it again. It's no surprise, and it's 1-0 to Manchester United, and it's that boy again, Marcus Rashford. Absolutely superb cross from Memphis Depay again. And I have to tell you something, Zlatan is going to find it very hard to be picked over Marcus Rashford in the form he's in right now. Absolutely superb. He's done it again, hasn't he? Just never seems to stop scoring, Marcus Rashford. It's almost an inevitability about it all the time. Manchester United 1, Celta Vigo 0. And finally, as we said at the end of the first half, it's a question of when they will score rather than if. And with Marcus Rashford on the form he's in your team, it's an absolute beast in terms of scoring goals at the moment. Admittedly, they're the two stronger sides, if you like, the ones that are most likely to progress. No handball given against Swansea there. Thrown out by Romero. Great tackle from Regan Poole there. And Regan Poole has been superb tonight. Here's Marta. Towards Morgan Schneiderlin. It's not the sort of thing he does, but he's going to try a shot anyway. Chance after chance after chance. But he only scores one. But that's enough. As Manchester United win again in the Europa League. They're taking this competition seriously, and it's good to see Jose taking this competition seriously. It's the kind of competition that not many Premier League managers want to take seriously because of their Premier League ambitions, but Marcus Rashford is making everything all his own work, isn't he? 10 shots. He's only scored once, but that was all Manchester United needed, and he's got to be making a statement to start against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Marcus Rashford's goal makes it United 1, Celta Vigo 0. And Manchester United are 3 for 3 in the Europa League so far. Well, let's take a look in the other matches in the Europa League tonight. In the other game in Manchester United's group, Aruca scored 3 against Fosu-Mensah. ASE scored 5 against CJH Lipin. Berlin scored 3 against Cork City, another goal in the second half for them. Branbury and Halki's Alemito finished 1-1. Midtjylland and Spartak Moscow in a classic 2-2 draw. Fenerbahce and who's to guess Robin van Persie having 3 against Dortmund. Fiorentina beating Grasshopper Club. Austria Vihan, and Kazaspor finished 1-1. Ghent and West Ham, or Genk and West Ham rather, finished 1-1. Lille beating Aberdeen by a goal to 0. Manchester United winning 1-0 against Celta Vigo. Olympiacos losing to AZ by 2-1. Panathinaikos beating Helsinki by 1-0. Rosenborg 0, Başakşehir 2, Cerudo 1, Polk 0, Braga and Mainz was 1-0, Schalke 3, Ankalet 1, Shakhtar Donetsk 2, Feyenoord 1, and Vienna 0, Gazorg 1, and Southampton really had a tough time against Newcastle tonight, and they ended up losing 3-2. Saint-Liège 1, Rosov 0, Saint-Liège 1, Rio Ave 3, and Villarreal on a scoring spree 4-1 against Ghent in the end. Zenit 2, Nice 0. Let's take a look at the Europa League groups. Schalke have leaded the way after 3, and they have a 2-point lead over Helsinki in Group A. In Group B, it's Rosov and Fenerbahce convincingly leading the way, although Standard Liège are right with them. Group C, it's Kanuspor on 7 points with Braga on 4 with Mainz. In Group D, it's Berlin and Villarreal leading the way. Cork City right on their tail though. Hopefully the underdogs there can provide an upset. Zenit and Nice leading the way in Group E with Granersborg right on their tail. ASSC and Grasshopper Club are the leading group teams at the moment, and Lubin and Fiorentina. Actually, Fiorentina not doing as well as you'd think after 3. Manchester United convincingly leading Group G by a long way now. Celta Vigo on 4, Aruca and Somerset follow in that group. Shakhtar Donetsk take the lead in Group H, and Feyenoord are right behind them with Bezespor right on their tail. Rio Ave, AZ, Olympiacos and Somerset all on 4 points after 3 games. What a tight Group I is. Group J, it's Canastor and Southampton, the Premier League side, in with a chance of getting through. Aberdeen on 0 points after 3. West Ham, the other Premier League side, still going well in their group as well. They're leading it against Ghent, Midtjylland and Spartak Moscow. Surizol and Polk leading Group L with Malello and Brondley now falling behind.